This podcast is sponsored by Dollar and Hardware. Activate your alter ego with Dollar and Hardware and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop dollarandhardware.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we want to tell you thank you again so much for rocking with us. Again, we never, ever want to take for granted that you could be doing something else, but you choosing to go ahead and allowing the Lee Life Experience to lighten your life on some kind of way. And we want to tell you thank you. But don't forget, if you want to get your topics heard, or if you want to be a guest on the Lee Life Experience Podcast, don't forget to text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationship without an S in the comments so I can make sure I get your topics. And if you want to be a guest, you go ahead and you hit 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment. And in that comment, you're going to also put guest, and that way I can send you the necessary form so you can be able to sign the right to be able to allow us to use your story, because we don't want you to get on here and then talk and say, oh, I reneged. I didn't know it was going to go on all the platforms. Yes, we want your story to be aired on our platform that we have. So again, if that sound like you or sound like somebody you should know, don't forget to text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment without an S, relationship in the comment. Again, Demetrius, how you doing today?
I'm doing just lovely, honey bunch. A beautiful day today.
All right, the laryngitis still got you sounding a little crispy over there.
Yeah. So we've been down for a week or two. I just got back where I can talk a little bit. I want to give y'all what y'all want. I don't want to leave y'all hanging out there waiting on me.
All right, listen, this time we are going down to San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to Houston in August, right? It'll be.
I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want you to go to Houston now. What I've been hearing about Houston.
Well, you worry about me. Not 53-year-old man. Not me.
You ain't got to worry about me. You don't have to worry about me.
Everybody, honey bunch.
All right. This here is coming from Raphael. Raphael say he is 37 years young. He said he has a son that's at the tender age of 8 years old. His son is playing baseball, and he also do play other sports, so he's in the AAU. He said that him and the baby's mom are no longer together, but he having a problem with the mom going with the coach. He said he noticed that he is not the only one that's suffering, but these coaches are acting like they coaching the kids, but they really coaching the bedroom with these players' mama. So he said, Demetrius, let him know, how would you handle the situation, because he know you had a child. He said, I know you have a son, so I want you to be able to tell me, what did you do or what can you do in order to stop all this madness that's going around, because he really don't want to go and support his son. His son is very, very talented. But again, he's having to hear all the backlash. And of course, he said that when the mom shows up, she dressed up, to the nine. And he know part of the reason is because she going with the coach. And he said the coach got several other women that he said. So this here was a kind of lengthy letter, and I couldn't believe a guy wrote this. But again, I guess he's in his feelings. Yeah. So he's in his feelings and he mad about it. So Demetrius, go ahead and tell him, what would you do? Because again, you and I were separated. We were divorced at the time that Demetrius, as he was going through his coaching seasons, playing sports. So I never did interact with no coach though, but Demetrius, what's your advice to Raphael?
Raphael, I got a buddy named Raphael. Hey man, I'm gonna call you Rap. I call my boy Rap. Hey, Rap, look at it, man. What I did, my son played sport. A lot of men, I think men do wrong. Hope all the men listen to this podcast. Some men married and got their wife taking their son to football practice, baseball practice, et cetera, et cetera. I took my own child. I took him to practice. I stood in the football field with him. I even picked my wife, a girlfriend, in a particular where these coaches that, like you said, trying to coach my son up, but really want to coach up my baby mama or my wife. So I picked myself in a situation. I went with my son. I stood there with him. I took him to practice. I took him to football game. I with him all the time. So Andrew, you really had to go. I did everything. I didn't put you in a situation. So I'll tell Raffy, hell, I don't know, can he, his job allow, do his job allow that?
Mm-hmm.
But he need to go with his son, make sure his son getting taught right. I don't want no coach doing my son and just trying to get to his mama, but ain't training my son.
Mm-hmm.
And my son ain't worried. I don't want him on the field. I want my son to earn. I don't want no privilege because he's going with his mama.
Okay.
I wouldn't want that. So I'll Raphael, I go with my child. If you can go. And let the coach know, look at man, I got my son on the team, you train like what you and my baby mama got going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, but you gonna train my son right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would be on the field with my child. That's where I would be at. I would stop. That's part one, I would stop it. Part two here, you can't go to the coach and talk to him about it. But you talk to the baby mama, so just tell her how they look. You what kind of something you say for your child? Mess with the coach. You his mama. Don't don't put that in the head and think that's cool. Cause your child grew up, he'll be a coach, trying to go with somebody's mama. A child mama coach him. So you set a good example for your child. That's what I would tell my baby mama or my wife. I was in that situation on the butt. I got some more to add too about it. You put yours on top of it. How you feel about it?
um, I didn't have that. I didn't have that issue because, luckily, our son was getting coached by somebody that I knew, and we were strictly platonic friendships. So it was no crossing no line with me. So, but I can see how that would become an issue with some moms because I done seen some coaches that was very attractive. I'm talking about just overall, going to teams and traveling, even in basketball, or so be it. But again, I'm talking at 48. At 48, my mindset is a little different. But he didn't say how old the mom was, but if this is a young woman and she has been hurt, however long they've been together, a lot of times we wear that vulnerability on our sleeve, and we allowing men to come in to know that out of desperation, or she could be doing it to get back at him. Because sometimes we don't know at the time that we being easy prey because that coach could have been dealt against, the child's father, and she could just be easy prey. Kind of think of like Faith Evans uh and Biggie, just easy prey. She was just caught in the crossfire. So, and unfortunately, when it happened, it ended up not always working
Oh,
out.
that shit happened a lot, Angel. It happened a lot.
Well, no, I'm not saying that it don't happen. I'm just only saying that when you have as a young mom, and when you and I were separated, Demetrius, I made a lot of mistakes, put myself in a lot of harm way situations that I look back now and I can say, Angie, you sure was suffering from low self-esteem. Certain things I shouldn't have did, certain people I shouldn't have engaged in, conversations I'm talking about, being in those places and things, because when you walk out the door and you know who you are, and if this person, especially the coach or whomever, I always tell women, if you number two, it's number three and four right behind. They rarely, very rarely do you see a man stop at one or two when he can have the whole basketball team. And I'm sure she's not the only one bad woman out there on that team. She's not the only. It's some more. You got to think about it, Demetri. It's some young women. Think about if you was coaching football. And if you was coaching football and these young moms, kind of think about it. The average grandmother now, Demetri, she 40 years old. The average
Yeah.
grandmother. So if the average grandmother, and I'm gonna say in between 35 and 40, because if she had that baby at 15, then by the time her child started having it, they 15. There's only a 15-year gap. So that grandmother is it's in her 30s, which is still
Yeah.
young, still vibrant, and she's still learning. And when you still young, still vibrant, and still learning, Demetrius, you have a lot of growing pains. You make a lot of mistakes. You entertain things that you normally wouldn't in your older age. And right now she could just be having fun, but I would hope that she'll look back on it, because I do remember when Demetrius Jr. was smaller, he did used to ask me when we used to go different places. He'll ask his kinder coach. He'll ask anybody that he seen with like a dynamic of a family. He said, "Can that be my daddy? Can that be my daddy?" Because he earned and he craved the urge for a family. Your mama vouched for that. He talked about it because he hung up there with the cooks. Thank God, for the cooks that took him in. They showed him family. They showed him a mom and a daddy and a kids, and they sat at the table. They ate dinner and they had a dessert. And I know because he invited me up there, and I went up there and sat at the table and ate with him. He wanted me to come. So because of that, Demetrius, a lot of times when you have kids and we don't realize what that dynamic is playing on that particular child, whether you be out here and, as a woman, you out here dating, you're not looking at what kind of influence that's bringing back to your son. I wouldn't want Demetrius Jr. to engage into an encounter if somebody said, "Oh, I've been with your mom. Oh, I was with your mom." And he trying to defend me, not knowing that I really was guilty, that I really did do those
Yeah.
things, because I was young and wild and wasn't thinking. And so to this Jane Doe, you all know I like to use Jane Doe. To Jane Doe, I would hope that if you are, engaging into this coach, and from the email it said that the coaches already have a wife. If the coach already have a wife
Oh
or a
Lord.
girlfriend, then you are just extra something on the side. Ain't nothing he taking serious with you, and because of that, you gonna have to learn that if it's just casual sex, you're gonna have to learn to love yourself and being able to go get that self-esteem. Because why put yourself in a situation, and you might, you getting some needs met, but at the end of the day, you're gonna make your son look bad as he get older. And
Yes.
people are talking that if your baby daddy got information and he's saying you going to these games, dressed all up, dressed very provocative, that's letting them know it's obvious that that you messing with the coach, and you know whatever your behavior is. I don't know. I'm just repeating what he said in the letter. And if that's the case, then see, can you kind of contain some of that? See, can you kind of pull back, some of that. Now, what you do behind closed doors and not for everybody else to see. And Demetrius, this lady at church, she had told me this one time. This is, you and I were not together, but she told me, she said, Angie. And I'm thinking, I say, yeah. She said, you can be doing things, but you don't supposed to let everybody know you're doing it. That's what that lady told me. And I'm thinking like, Demetrius, at that time, I'm in my 30s, so I'm around the same age that Raphael's talking about. I'm in my 30s, you know, you and I then got a divorce. I'm single, I'm feeling like, anything goes. I'm outside, like the young people say. I didn't realize I was bringing all that attention on myself, that my moves were very, um, I was just doing something. And when you making a move like that and you are a conversation with when you are a topic of conversation for anybody and
Yeah.
everybody,
That's right.
you are not looking at your reputation. And I know people at this age, this time, this day and age, they don't care. Young people know you don't care. But one day you are gonna care. One day you're gonna want to wake up and be somebody. And when you do decide to want to be somebody, you're gonna ask yourself, like, what kind of respect are you getting? Do you know respect is earned, Demetrius? People not gonna just respect you just because you saying I'm Demetrius and I demand respect, or I'm Angie. The respect is earned.
That's correct.
Hadn't you been in a place, Demetrius, and you start using yes sir and no sir to somebody you don't even know? You know why? Cause they set the
Wow.
tone. They set the environment for you to respect them. When you say yes, man, think about it. You don't do it all the time,
Yeah, you're
but that
right.
person, all they had to do is they set some authority to you, or their demeanor or personality or something, cue you, and it registered in your head. Oh, I got to put a Miss or a Mistress in front of that. You knew that you had to change your character up. You knew that you couldn't just act how you did in the street. You can't act. I mean, Demetri, you talk about having an alter ego. You talk about turning things on and off.
That's right.
So this young lady, she gonna have to learn how to turn that on and off. I'm not saying that her and the coach, even though I know they say he married, even though I know that's what they doing, you still have to get to a place, Demetrius, where you being able to be a lady. And even if she's a attractive lady, a nice looking lady, she still can wear all that stuff, but make yourself kind of hard to catch. Put yourself behind the glass. And even though you are vulnerable and you are hurt, you don't have to put yourself out there. Demetrius, I want you to touch a little bit on it and also touch a little bit on it when you saying you able to read indirect posts on Facebook. How you able to know something going on from the post that people post on Facebook?
Cause they come in and post on Facebook. They be using examples. I'm a strong black man. Have a picture of women, like like women gonna walked out their life, left them. They just telling on themselves. They be trying to like they post something, but they using titles and subtitles. They talking for themselves. Instead of them saying it, they use that to say it for them. So you ain't fooling nobody. Anybody can tell you got something going on. Anybody paying attention, I can tell somebody got a relationship problem, or they mad, angry, because they use pictures. Pictures tell you a thousand words.
Yeah.
You ain't got to sit there. Just put a picture there, you know. And I want to go to that coach. I don't know the coach, but I don't like what he's doing. Look at that man. You trying to? I don't think this is podcast. Now I wish you somebody let him head, but you trying to teach these kids how to be baseball player. And what kind of example you send for them? See, you shouldn't do that, man. I mean, all these women out in the world, why you got to bother the man, mama? So, so I don't like it, and I was the coach, but the coach quit doing that. Coach the kid what you hired to do. Cause think about it, one day your son gonna be grown. He gonna want to be a coach. Then he doing that, and he gonna look ashamed. Boy, why you doing that? And the first thing he gonna say, "Well, Daddy, you did Miss Shell like that when I played baseball." So, hey, but that's your answer. What you laughing at?
Mm-hmm. What the lady name is?
Michelle. Hey, what they gonna tell him? But boy, hey, no, you can't tell him that. So I wish these men just coach these kids. If the mama try to tell the mama, look out, I'm gonna coach your son. I ain't got time for this mess. I got a wife or girlfriend, whatever it is, but you ain't been do this now. You might well gonna find somebody else. So, and man, they help narrow it down. Some men, I want y'all to, and you can't take your own son to football practice, baseball practice, basketball practice. Do things with your son. And it's time for y'all to bond too, man. And I know women, women do a lot for us, for the kids. My mama good to me. But sometimes a child need a man in life, man. So quit being lazy. Get your butt up, take that boy to baseball practice, and sit in the bleachers with your cap on, and make sure the coach your son all right. He ain't
I,
coaching up the mama. Go ahead.
I know it's gonna be kind of difficult under the circumstances because the beaches is easy for us to get on here and talk. I don't want people to think that you and I didn't come from the trenches because you and I came through the trenches.
Oh yeah.
And what I mean by that is we wasn't always seeing eye to eye, and our conversations wasn't good communicate. It wasn't healthy conversations, and so Raphael, I understand if it be some dynamic between you and your son's mom, that you and her are not there yet. Is she still bitter? You know, and again, I know because I have been there. I done been in one of those bitter moms. And unfortunately, when you having those particular issues, it's a vendetta against you. And again, she don't know, but again, you're gonna look back on this moment and you're gonna say, he didn't deserve my body. He didn't deserve to put me in this situation. And you all, I know everybody don't want to get married. I know everybody else say they don't want a relationship. They like somebody that's borrowed. I mean, that's just the time we living in, and everybody, these women now are boldly and tell you that. You know, my sister and I was having a conversation over the weekend, and she said the difference between now and then is these side women, they gonna let you know. If you don't do what they say, they gonna let the woman know. We see it. All you gotta do is go down YouTube, go look at For My Man. Mistress are opening their mouth and talking, screenshotting, air tagging, a location dropping. It's happening in real time. So you think you're gonna do things and you getting away? No, you're not getting away. But when all the laughing go away, one day you are gonna want your own. And I know, regardless of what you're saying, one day you are gonna want your own. You're gonna want your own husband. You're gonna want your own wife, and these things are gonna come back to haunt you. And you want to make sure that when you sending things out, that when you get back, can you handle it? Can I handle that if my husband be a coach, and then I got a woman with a Jezebel spirit, and he coaching her son, but she's dressing all provocative, getting him all distracted, because you done sent that out there, Jane Doe. You done sent that out there, and that way when you do get in a relationship, you're not gonna have one moment of peace. You really gonna be doing a whole lot, and you know why? Because you're gonna remember when you was doing it. You're gonna remember. I'm gonna tell you the good thing about being in a relationship where you don't have to check phones, being in a relationship where you can go and pick up a phone, or you don't have to hide, or being able to talk. That's a good relationship. When you think you out there texting and skinning and grinning and sneaking and dodging it, that's not a good relationship. That's heartache and pain. You got to remember who did what, who said what, calling you the right name. Then they got to rush home. I used to hate when it was time. This was when I was out there in the street. Hate when it was time that my time was up, cause I knew here I was left in that little wet spot. That's all the evidence you have left, Demetrius, cause they gone. Then you wondering
Yeah.
where they at, what they doing, are they gonna call back? And you try to call them. You don't get no answer. But then reality does sit in when you laying in bed, you realize you know what? Now it's somebody else's turn. Now you mad. Now you sending a lot of threatening texts. But Demetrius, we as women sometimes like that cycle, that psychosis behavior. We like doing that roller coaster ride because we put ourselves in these situations when this young lady, I already knew this man had a woman, whether it's his wife or girlfriend, a long term girlfriend, but you still allowing putting yourself for the lowest bidder. You better pick your self esteem up, young lady, and being able to go get dressed up for your man. You know, can you and your child father Raphael, can y'all get back together? I mean, I know that's kind of hard since you done went with the coach or whatever, but forgiveness can come in due time. You know, you all can look back on it. You know, I know no man and no woman able to think wants to be able to think that nobody messing with their man. You see me, Demetrius?
Yeah, I see you. It froze up a little
Froze
bit
up.
on you. I
But
see you. I hear you good.
it happens.
You all right? Hey, while you doing that, I take care of that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell that coach again, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, soon you put that woman son on the bench, take him out the game because he ain't doing it because you ain't coached him up right. You ain't training right. Now you got to take him out and put another kid in. She gonna tell your wife on you. She gonna get mad at you and threaten you. She gonna tell on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I know? Leave that woman alone, coach, and coach her son to be a good baseball player, and let somebody coach her. Cause soon you take him out. Why you took my son to the game? Well, Michelle, he wasn't doing a good job. So I picked Barry now. Barry a better hitter. Oh, no, the hell you ain't putting Barry now. You gonna get my son back again. Michelle, I'm doing the best thing for the team. We want to win. And your son ain't winning. Okay. Well, my son gonna get in the game. You better lose your wife. I'm gonna tell you everything you've been doing. You've been doing. So call a problem.
That's
So
it.
coach, I hope you listen to this now. Cause it's gonna come back to bite you.
Yeah.
Well, feel what you said.
No. Thank you for filling in when this thing was on freezing for some reason. But no, you're right. Like I told them, it's not gonna be a secret that both of us both agreeing right now. Even though I'm going in the relationship, I have to tell men this all the time. Any woman, she can agree. You can say, "Oh, I told her. She knew I was married. She knew something." If you don't physically tell her, or if you do tell her, she gonna go in there. But at the end of the day, we all want you for ourselves. Demetrius, every woman want the same thing. I don't care what your wife is not doing. This other young lady named Jane Doe gonna tell you she gonna do everything that Angie won't do. She gonna talk to you. She gonna send you the love notes. She gonna give you the good morning text. She gonna buy you all kind of sweet. She's gonna do everything that Angie won't do.
Hold on. Well, I'm asking one thing. Oh, you making 6 figure? I did. Talk to you later.
Well,
she can't touch you on the budget.
Well, it ain't gonna necessarily. It don't always be about money, Demetrius.
I just slid that out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But it is some. It is some that gonna say, "Yeah, I make it.
Yeah.
I make 7."
Yeah.
And they still will work around the schedule. My whole point of saying this is that it's gonna come a time that you're gonna meet somebody and they're willing to work around your schedule. But at the end of the day, Demetrius, they all want the same thing. I will sit up there. I will listen to your problem. It's some people on the outside know more about your marriage or your relationship than you do. They sitting there, they just waiting. They waiting it out. They waiting it out. In time, they wait it out. When they get finished doing whatever it is they want to do or get away from the conversation or the relationship they want, then they coming in, and if it can no longer serve me, then guess what? I don't care. And when you get a person who don't care, they dangerous. Cause now, Demetrius, everything that you thought you were doing behind my back, everything, every call, every gift, all that is coming forefront.
Coach, you hear those, Coach? You better quit it. You better quit
everything. Everything you thought you was doing. When y'all was going on a trip, you was booking me a room too, and she thought you was out there at the bar, and you was in my room. Everything is gonna come out. Like my cousin say, they gonna throw up everywhere. Demetri, they gonna throw up everywhere.
Raphael, you sit back and watch, cause that coach, he gonna go down with him. I'll tell you now. So you put your son on the bench. I hope your son will go to the bench, man. But I'm about to take a break, and we come here to help Raphael. We'll close it up. I don't want to get to talking too much. I see you on a rampage there.
Yeah. All right. This is the Lead Life Experience Podcast. We're back. This is the Lead Life Experience Podcast. And listen, if you're just not joining in, then we are talking about a young man from San Antonio, Texas, writing in about his mom, his child's mother, dating or allegedly dating the coach. Dating the coach.
And the coach married.
And the coach is married. So, and he was, he's saying that it's embarrassing him. And he wanted to get our perspective off of it. So, of course, we talked about it. And again, I came from a woman's standpoint. Ladies, I know for us, sometimes we be dealing with low self-esteem and we don't really know it. And I can relate, because of being a young mom, a single young mom, and, out there trying to find my way. And sometimes I entertain things. They didn't always have to be sexual. Entertain conversation, put myself in some dangerous situations because of missing what I had, being single. So you end up, you don't know it at the time that what people doing and what people are saying. But again, people are talking about this young lady. I call her Jane Doe. So you all, if you just joining in, just go back and listen to the beginning. So Demetrius, what do you have to tell Raphael? You call him AKA Rap.
I call him Rap. Hey, I was telling him earlier, man, I was saying earlier, Rap, you need to start go with your son to the game and tell your friends, man, you got male friend. You let them know that, man. I mean, y'all, we got to help each other. We sending our kids with these women, and we should be going. I mean, I got and the mama women. I ain't got no problem y'all going to football practice with your son. But something a man need to do if he can do it. He got to work. I understand, but Raphael, to tell your friend, man, and talk to your baby mama and tell her the shit gonna come back out by the ass. I'm telling you, that boy gonna get grown, and your son could be a coach one day, and she gonna be the so shine. He going with the women, the kid, mama, and he gonna throw it right back in her face. So you need to tell her that maybe she don't see the big picture, and then I mean you can't talk to the coach. His ass gonna go down for your baby mama. Cause soon as I told you, soon as you take him out the game, you put him on the bench, hell gonna break loose. So man, I just want to say, man, just make your men aware and men into this podcast. You ain't safe either, cause I've been through this. I seen this happen with my wife. I mean, when I was a little boy, I saw the coaches flirting with women. I didn't know at the time what they were doing, but they were flirting with the women because my daddy took me to prison. My mama did take me, and I said the coach, and I knew why he talking to my mama for. And I asked him. I remember I said, no, he didn't say might as well. I let him know. I tell my daddy. So, oh yeah, I did that. So I didn't. Hey, my mama, if she did have intention, she didn't do that. So I seen her have my wife, little boy. I've been around. I was a grown man watching men do that, and I hate women for that. All these men, but you want your son to get in the game that bad. You live down with the coach. Y'all need your ass whooped. And I'm saying it. So your baby mama listen to it, or what you call a chain though, or women listen to the podcast, and y'all doing that, shame on you. That ain't right to your child. That ain't right to the coach's wife, and their kids on the team. And I want y'all to stop it right now. And you're doing it. You let behind the bunch.
Who you supposed to be? These people daddy.
Hey, I'm the counselor today. I don't like that kid. I don't play with kids. Take that and love the kid.
Yeah.
I don't like that mess now. You go ahead, I'm sorry. I got a little touchy.
No, I mean I understand and I can see your frustration. Number one, with you being a man, and men that have a relationships feelings about your child's mama. You still don't want to see your baby mama, kid's mother, whatever. You still don't want to see them get dragged. You don't want
No.
nobody to do them that way. And it's hurtful. Like I said, I done made my share of mistakes, and looking back on it, you sit and be ashamed, and you look at it and you say, okay, how do you recover? How do you move on? Because again, certain things are gonna make and those of you, if you don't have a conscience and you just showing up doing any old thing, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Cause certain things your conscience should bother you. Even if his wife don't know, or even if she, and some of you all so bold, y'all be in these white face, talking to him,
Hell
knowing.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, some of y'all have no shame, and a lot of you all will say, "Well, Angie, what she don't know won't hurt her," or vice versa, but it will hurt because, like
Put
I
the shoe
told
on the
you,
foot. Say it with her.
yeah,
See, they're looking that side of
yeah,
it.
yeah. That's what I did. That's what I said. I said it
Yeah.
before the break. You eventually will run one day, but you ain't gonna have a moment's rest. You're gonna have
Yeah.
a moment's rest because what you have put out there in the universe, you're not gonna be. What did
You gonna
what you
get
say
it right back.
what did you say your daddy told you,
My
Demetrius?
mama.
No, I'm
She,
talking about your dad. When every time you say that the girl was thinking you were doing something, she was doing it.
oh yeah, my dad always said when somebody we think accuse you of doing something, that's what they would do. And somebody said you stole my money, even though you didn't steal that money, they think you stole it because they would steal your money. That's what he was saying, and that's
so,
true.
so well, I'm just only saying that one day you are gonna want your own, and because
Yeah.
you done did so many things out there, you're gonna be paranoid. And I'm telling you all, when Demetrius and I got back together, certain things I had to mature on, especially like you know, allowing him to go places without me. Like the car show. I'm gonna use the car show, Demetrius, because you always like to go to the car show.
Yeah.
And to some of the people that I know they loved it, Demetrius, but they did not like and respect me. And him being so friendly and open, he don't know the schemes of a woman, but I do. And he, even when I had talked to him about it, he's still like, "Oh, I wasn't thinking that way," because again, he trusting from another perspective. He trusting from another perspective, and he's not thinking nothing about it because he normally used to talking to these females. But like I told him, when we was married the first time, he didn't have any respect. He was letting whoever drive. He didn't care as long as he get from point A to point B. Everything was in a disrespectful manner. That when you come in, I'm going somewhere. So y'all listen.
Take them on
That
the bus. Take them
when
on the ride.
I got out there, I did things in a very disrespectful manner. Only until I got single, and I'm talking about single. I'm talking about time to myself when I had matured a little bit, and I said I made my husband look like a damn fool because of me. Because I was so mad and so angry at him. I didn't care. Didn't care about myself. Didn't care about my son. Wasn't thinking about my son. I thought about the hurt and just getting him back for the pain that he had done caused me. But once you get a little age and you mature a little bit, you start looking at that the hurt that somebody feel, you don't want it to be from you. You know that they couldn't show their hand if it wasn't for you. People are able to do that because of you. Just look at some things that go on. Certain people wouldn't know things in your private family circle if it went for somebody in the circle, went back and told. And now everybody know y'all family business.
So you open your mouth, put it on Facebook.
Because you open your mouth, you put it on Facebook, and they did not respect the union. They did not respect the relationship. Yeah, I'm not talking about just men, a heterosexual relationship. I'm talking about friends. I seen friends do it. Best friends. If y'all best friends and they go behind your back, the time y'all break up, they telling all your deep dark secret, they wasn't your friend.
Shit, no.
Because certain things out of integrity, they was like, hey, you know what? She hit me below the belt, but guess what? I'm gonna be the bigger person. And I know it hurts. It's gonna hurt both ways. But excuse me, once if you were to love yourself and you do things with a little with being with integrity, then if y'all ever do come back together, sometimes you can't repair it because you did so much. Demetrius and I are able to get back together. Number one, cause of God, but number two, forgiveness had to come in place.
Yeah.
Because if not, Demetrius and I still be covering the same ground. I remember what you did. I remember what you did. Who wants to hear that the whole entire life? I'm telling you, that's ground for walking out. So, Jane Doe, love yourself enough that you don't want your child saying, "Mama, how you gonna tell me something when you out there doing it?" You can't pay attention because now this here is just excitement. Going with a coach or going with a married man,
He ain't gonna leave it. Why?
he ain't
He ain't
leaving his
going
wife.
nowhere.
He might leave.
He ain't going down there. No, he a damn black man. No, he ain't going nowhere. But anybody leaving that wife and no damn woman. Go, I'm sorry about that.
I'm just understand. And that's another thing too. Even though he might sit up there and tell you that, long as y'all ooh and I, he gonna tell you whatever you want to hear to get whatever you gonna get. And long
Yeah,
as you being of convenience, but one day, sweetheart, you're gonna wake up. One day this excitement is gonna die down. And then I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. He gonna get somebody new, somebody younger, somebody that gonna turn more tricks. Because when you knew you doing all those things, and Demetrius and I had that conversation. If we got single again right now, I said, Demetrius, do you think you'll be able to compete with what's going on out here now? Cause when he get home, he wants to lay down. Baby, if you in a new relationship, you got to go out. You got to be planning. Now you got to be out there on the prowl. We would have to change our life whole 360 if we got out there and got with the competition. So I'm just highlighting those things for you, cause right now you thinking, oh well, you know what, I'm about to take her husband.
No shit. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm just only saying I want you to look at that, because Demetrius, some of us do be in denial. Some of us really do think we can really break your home up, because we really do believe you. We really do be believing when you telling us sweet nothings that we can really take you from your wife. We really do be
Yeah,
believing.
I know y'all do.
But
Crazy as hell. Hey, Raphael, get one of your friends and send that dude, send that coach this podcast. I bet you leave your baby mama alone there. Cause he gonna have no damn wife. Cause she gonna get his ass. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get it cut y'all, but I had to say that.
I see you getting riled up.
Yeah, cause the boy making a fool out of himself. And I don't like playing with kids like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't like them kids. The child need to see that. Cause them kids gonna start picking them at school. Oh, your mama did this him. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And nobody need to go through that. But go ahead, honey bun.
No, I think, like I said, I think you said it and you saying it, and it's you opening it up for other people. I, my thing is, what I want you all to take away from this podcast, being able to look at yourself and being okay with whatever decision that you're making right now. Right now, it might be an impulse decision. Right, right now, Jane, you might be looking at it and you might say, Angie, I didn't mean for it to go this far.
Yeah.
Their attention got the best of me. And I know, I'm telling you, I have been there. But you really gonna have to build a strong relationship with God, because God have to be able to get you out. Cause I'm telling you all, it's a thing called soul ties, and even though your common sense telling you no, you still will be wrapped in, Demetrius. You trying to say stop, but for some reason you be a sucker for love. You still doing it. You still doing it. And when you say you're not gonna do it anymore, you still doing it. You still doing it. In the middle of the night and nobody calling, you still going. You still answering texts. You put him on block. He called from somebody else's number. You talking again. You still entertaining until
You talking to Jane Doe.
I'm
Well,
telling Jane Doe. I'm telling Jane
hey,
Doe.
I want y'all women, all y'all Jane Doe women out there listening to the podcast who got kids playing sport. My wife bringing it down to you. And I'm gonna tell you, don't do it. It ain't worth it. Go ahead, finish on what you're saying. I don't want to tell the women that.
No.
Oh yeah, I want you to finish. Cause you let them have it.
No, I'm just hoping, I'm just helping them connect the dots, because when I was out there, even though some people like told me some things, people I didn't tell people, because guess what? When you out there in the wilderness, you don't want to be corrected. Demetri, you like being made a fool out of, because you don't want anybody to correct you. So that's
Hold
why
on
you
now.
don't run it.
Hold on now. Hold on. Talk for yourself now. Don't talk for me. I want to
No,
be corrected.
no, hold
I
on.
did.
No,
I
no,
ain't talking
no,
about
no,
you.
you didn't.
I'm
No,
talking
you
about people in
didn't.
the
No, you
street.
didn't. I'm just
Yeah, I
telling you,
did.
you didn't want to be corrected, because even when things that you knew, you still couldn't break it off. You still continue to do it. You still entertain it. So when you don't want to be corrected, then you still entertain people. Even when and you make up these false narratives in your head. Oh, I was just being nice because they was pregnant. Oh, I was just being nice because you needed a ride. You can tell yourself whatever narrative you want to. At the end of the day, you still know you was a fool. At the end of the day, Jane don't knowing she's a fool. She's sitting there waiting on these calls and having to wait. You know that's the worst thing to be doing. You sitting there waiting. You got to wait till everybody go to sleep. You got to wait till the holidays come through. You have to wait. You got to play it by their schedule. Then you up there waiting and you done put everything on hold and you think he gonna give you a call, and then guess what? Oh, I couldn't come out. My wife got sick. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, Demetrius, that's too much Russian roulette for me. Because at the end, when you do decide, cause you're gonna decide one day, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna say, well, you know what? I can't do this anymore. But again, they're gonna have to take a strong relationship between you and God, because sometimes you be weak, and when you weak and you vulnerable, Demetrius, you fall victim, and you can't come out of it, even though it's common sense. You just can't.
You know what you said? We talking about that boy young and that girl. There's a lot of old people like that.
Yeah,
Make a fool out of it. I don't know how you get in your 50, 40 and be somebody's fool.
that's easy
I
to
don't
do.
get it.
That's easy
Yeah,
to
I
do.
see that.
It's easy to do.
But some people know better. They know. They ain't got to they see it with their own eye, but they block it out. Now some people get
I
lied to it. Yeah.
go ahead, finish.
Oh, what you saying? I'm going, I don't understand it. But everybody built from different cloth.
I
Different
just
cloth.
told you. You do know it. Yes, of course you know it. But that urge and the thing called adrenaline, it is still hooked on you. And it's still the same. I'm gonna just say this because you stopped smoking. How long did it take for you to stop smoking them cigars? Cause in your mind, you told yourself it ain't like cigarettes. That's number one.
Yeah.
You trying to convince it that it ain't as bad.
Cigarette disgusted me.
Okay,
Cigar
okay,
like a high class.
okay. That's number one.
Yeah.
Then number two, how many times did you try to stop
Mm, if I really quit, about
before you
five
really quit?
times.
Okay,
About five
five
times.
times. Why would it take you 5 times when you already knew what cigarettes do to you? You already, I mean, cigar, the smoking, you already know what it do to you. I mean, do to people. I'm just wanting you to connect it because again, it's easy for us to say, and when I'm saying us, I'm talking about people who look at other people and like they should know better.
Yeah.
Compare it to something in your life that you don't know, that you know better, that still got a
Yeah.
strong
That's,
chokehold on you.
that's a good thing. You talk about like drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah. Food. That's a good one.
Look what you said. Demetri, you talk about this intermittent fasting. People think you crazy.
Sure do.
They they can't imagine going days without food. And you do it religiously, weekly.
They think I'm crazy.
Does
Though.
it?
They think I'm
Yes.
lying. They think I'm lying.
So that's what I'm telling you. So, but it take willpower. You got to
Yeah.
have willpower in order to do everything. I done tried
You
losing
did
weight.
it. You made out of the butt. You did it.
But okay, but look how long it took for you've been introducing it to me for a long time. But only until I finally made my mind up and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna finally go ahead and do it. I'm gonna give it 100%. Once I finally did do it, what did I say? I say, okay, Demetrius, I need to mark this. I need to make sure what am I doing and seeing what's it doing to my body. I went straight and got
That's
lab
right.
work done. So I'm
That's
saying you
right.
got to set little mind goals with yourself that if you know that this is a trigger, you being lonely and you just want any man to talk to you, okay, then let's change it. You got to take something away until you introduce something else that's healthy.
You think she got low self-esteem?
Low
John Doe.
self-esteem, yes.
That
Because
bother
if
my
she
daughter.
having to dress up to go to a baseball field, Demetrius,
Yeah. Dust
in
everywhere.
yeah, with dust everywhere, and you want the attention on yourself like that, and if you since you want the attention like that, and people are already talking about you, now you got to say what kind of person are you to go to this game with the vendetta to go and pick, or he didn't say picking, but he's saying everybody already know and everybody talking about it.
Yeah. Hey, why gonna know too? I ain't say it like that, man.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
somebody gonna tell her. Yeah, cause guess what? Somebody gonna be out there jealous. You know why? Because whoever he done messed with before you, she mad now cause you to
Yeah.
something new.
Our song went to our
Yeah,
song was eight, I mean 7, 8 year old. Now our song with the 10, with the
yeah.
9,
So she ain't
10
got
year
nothing to
old.
lose. She
Yeah.
she she mad at you too. So now you got to go against the wife and you got to go with the other mistress. She mad. She thinking that she was gonna be the next one. Now you have you younger, vibrant, coming to the games, all dressed up, everybody looking at you.
I went out with that coach here. I'm
Yeah,
just curious. He
I
might be
don't
a young
know.
vibe. He didn't say, but I wonder. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one more thing. Hey, Raphael, I'm gonna close it out with me. I mean, I had
Mhm.
to close it out with y'all. Raphael,
You go ahead and close it.
try to try to go with your son to the game, man. Practice stuff. And Raphael, my mama always tell me something. It's for you. It's for you. It's for this coach and your baby mama.
Mhm.
Whatever you put out there,
Mhm.
you gonna get it right back. So Jane Doe, coach, you putting that shit out there, trust me, you gonna get it right back.
Mhm.
Coach, and your son might be playing baseball, football, and your wife taking him. The coach, he coming back on you now.
Mhm.
So I say you, Raphael, man, I'm praying for you, man. If you can, go with your son to the practice, the game. If you can't, just do the best you can and pray about it and talk to your baby mama, try to talk to her, tell her what she can do to her son. Don't worry about you and her. So your son gonna go to school, it's gonna cause a problem eventually. So man, that's all I want to tell you, man. Everything work out for your son. I hope it be a little lead slugger, man. Good luck to you, the baseball team and with your family, man.
Yeah. All right, this is the Lead Life Experience podcast. And if you like something that we said and you have experienced this, if you are a father of a little small athlete and you have went through these relationship issues, then please post your comment and be able to let us know how did you deal with it, how did you overcome. And if you
Yeah.
are a female and you know what, maybe it's the other way around, maybe you say, hey, my child father, these women, these single women keep coming up against my husband that's coaching this football, basketball, baseball team. And I just can't take it. Like, how do I tell these young girls to stay out my husband inbox that don't have anything to do with football? They want to get a touchdown, but not their son touchdown. They want my husband to touch them down. So again, if this sound like you, don't hesitate to text 833-370-1608. Put relationship in the comment without an S so we can get your topics heard. And if you would like to be a guest. So thank you for tuning in. And again, this is the Lee Life Experience Podcast.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us. Text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.